demanding an independent probe into the jailbreak incident at Jowai, AITC State President Charles Pyngrope today said that the incident has reflected badly on the state. He also added that no matter how heinous a crime the jail escapees committed, one should not take the law into their own hands. 4 out of the 6 prisoners who escaped from the Jowai district jail on Saturday were killed by a mob of around 5,000 at the forest area near Shangpung village in West Jaintia Hills district on Sunday afternoon. Meanwhile, Home Minister Lakman Rumboy made a suo motu statement on the floor today informing that a magisterial inquiry into the matter has been ordered by the government. An independent inquiry into the reasons and circumstances leading to the escape has also been entrusted with Additional SP West Jaintia Hills.
Incident in particular, which happened in Jaintia Hills, where 4 persons were lynched by the mob. Well, this reflects on the badly on the police department. For although having them arrested and housed in a jail which had 3 perimeters of security, yet they could escape. It shows that the police were caught napping. So that is a very bad precedent. Because such things shouldn't have happened. Now, after they escaped, obviously the mob got hold of them. And in a situation where a mob is concerned, it's very difficult to police. So that's how these boys, these 4 persons, lost their lives. Now the question may arise whether they had done some harm, but then the law has to take its course. We cannot take the law in our own hands. No matter how heinous a crime it was that they committed, let the law will decide as to what punishment they should get or deserve as per the laws of the land. The opposition or any member of the House is happy or not happy. You have to have an inquiry as to ascertain as to how that it happened so that it doesn't happen in the future. Because tomorrow there can be a similar incident. Now, unless you have an inquiry, independent inquiry, you're not able to judge what happened and therefore what precautions can you take in the future. Should you have more peripheries of security? Or should you have better professionally trained police officers or constables manning these different layers? And can an under trial prisoner and a convict be housed in the same place? These are some things which the police must answer. We don't have that expertise, but inquiry should be there so that tomorrow the same thing doesn't happen again. If one of the escapees had a machete or some knife, how do you get it inside in the first place? That also has to be questioned. Because any instrument, whether sharp or blunt, will act as a weapon in a person who's desperate to escape. And he will use it to his advantage. Let us go into the specifics of it. Like if you take the Chesterfield case, that the statement has been laid on the table of the House, and everybody knows about that document and what happened. But in the case of the vehicle scam, I don't want to call it a scam, because a scam is when a number of people collude together to loot or to misappropriate funds which are meant for public use. In this case, I feel there was a lot of irregularities, whereby the person who was named, I believe was the AIG administration, there were a lot of irregularities in his way. So here also now, I was made to understand that he has been removed from that. Not removed, he has been transferred to another post, which is called the Commandant of the SF-10. Now, why was these irregularities allowed to occur in the first place? Because in the hierarchy, the AIG administration is the staff officer to the Director General of Police. So, did the Director General of Police not know of all these irregularities? Or did he just turn a blind eye? So, once the inquiry is conducted and the investigation is done, then the truth will prevail and the facts will come out. Anything that happens in the police department, some are of a confidential nature and some are not. It is the duty of the Director General to report to the Home Minister and, if necessary, to the Chief Minister also, where there are matters of great importance pertaining to the security and law and order of the state as a whole. So the Home Minister has not directed that you are allowed to do this. But that if that has happened, then the Director General doesn't report to the Home Minister. Home Minister cannot go to the office of DG and say, now let me see which files are moving here. Why is this unless it is brought to his notice?
I'm asking whether do you think that Home Minister was aware of this kind of irregularities that is taking place? What do you think?
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so. That would be because I am not privy to that part of it, but to cast aspersions on the Home Minister will not be correct. But at the same time, it could be any Home Minister. Let us not point our finger at the one who was there at that moment, at that time and point of time. It should be the responsibility of the Home Minister to ensure that reports are submitted to him regularly so that he or she can monitor the workings of the police department. Because after all, if the police department is weak, it is the state that suffers.